2 pets is ahead still, but both pets about 50% life. Madnox gets a full Howl of Terror there. Furbog Medicine Pouch coming out from Gripping. Health Funnel onto the pet. They're trying to keep the pet alive at all costs, and I don't blame them. Once that pet dies, you lose all the class's utility. Both pets about to drop once again. And we'll see whose pet gets resummoned. I can't quite remember. It's hard to see whose pet belongs to who. Yeah.
Well, right now there's no pets, but we're doing a. It looks like he's going for a full summon.
No
he
way.
Did get Curse of Tongues on him, but it was after he started.
Oh, he gets coiled.
And he gets coiled at the last second.
Yeah, so it looks like both pet. No, Madnox has the second pet. So Madnox is super far ahead of Gripping here. The Arcane Bomb could even it out, but yeah, Madnox with the pet. He also has the mana advantage. I don't know what Gripping's gonna do here, Esfand.
Yeah, I think this is a really, really bad situation for Gripping. I mean, your pet down, your Feldom's down. This is really bad. That Fel Hunter is such a big part of the Warlock's kit. Again, with the Spell Lock, with the Devour, with damage. They have a lot of magic resist, so they're hard to kill in the first place. But and even if you're melee and you try and hit the Fel Hunter, you have a stacking debuff that reduces your attack power. So they have a lot of mitigation, and once it's down, it's like, oh man, this is a rough go. So we'll see if he can survive. But I think it looks like it's about over for Gripping.
I agree.
Let's get the fear off. I was going for the banish. There's that last second banish that he's trying for.
I'll be right back.
Maybe he can cross CC and reset. Is that a fear he's going for?
Banish fear.
He gets it off.
He's 3% life.
It's done.
Well, Madnox successfully killed both pets. As it stands right now, that seems to be the most effective Warlock strategy. Killing the Fel Hunter, killing the second Fel Hunter, and then winning with your Fel Hunter supposedly still up. And Madnox showed us just that, did very well, and advances to the next round.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think the thing that we've seen time and time again in these Warlock duels is exactly that. Kill the pet, Feldom, kill the pet again. Usually both of their pets die at some point, and then somebody uses their Feldom, or they both use their Feldom, and then it's once that second pet is dead, it's just so hard to recover.
Yep.
So yeah, you really got to get that lead early on, and it just snowballs off of that. So 07, another valiant effort, and Madnox moves on. So
for sure,
another big. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. Before we head into the next duel, exactly. Before the next duel, guys, I apologize. I just came to clear up something real quick. No pun intended. Going back to the coward debuff situation, I just want to give a big shout out to Blizzard. They were actually going to be able to remove the debuff for us. There were some crossed hairs of communication with us internally, as well as some different interpretation of the rules. Blizzard was about to help us out. We fucked up behind the scenes on our end. I take full responsibility for that. So guys, please don't blame Blizzard. I fucked up on the communication there. They were willing to help us. I owe Lepin a big lunch. And again, super sorry about that, guys. We're trying our best. This thing is crazy to manage, but we're doing the best job we can. So
yeah, I mean, no, thanks for clarifying for that for us tips. I mean, that was obviously this thing and production, the admins, everybody behind the scenes has done an unbelievable job, and hearts in the chat for Blizzard too. Being willing to fix that. I know there's a lot of things people say. I mean, I saw it in chat a little bit too, where people are like, oh well, typical Blizzard, typical this, typical that, but. It's cool to see Blizzard has been so welcoming of community events and letting us run a community event like this, especially something with such a big prize pool and so many eyes on it. Like, this is a massive deal, right? And Blizzard has hit. You know what, chat? You know what? You guys are right. Historically, Blizzard might have not allowed this stuff, but it's cool to see that over the last couple of years, and especially more recently, Blizzard has really been. They've really embraced the community, and they've embraced these kinds of events and stuff. So we just hope to see that them continue to do it in the future. So we appreciate that.
Absolutely. And thank you to Tips in the back end, man. Things happen, but you guys are crushing it, man. This is so fun. I'm excited to jump in all these games. So it happens. It's all good.
Yeah.
You guys are killing it. Thank you guys so much for supporting this event. The casters are killing it. Everyone's killing it. The duelers are amazing. I'll go back to doing a shitty job. See you guys later.
Keep crushing it, bro.
You know what you're not doing a shitty job at, Tips, is actually being an owner of OTK and an owner of Starforge Systems. Yes, starforgesystems.com. sponsoring this event as well. So if you guys want to check out Starforge Systems mods, if you can spam that link, they have the new custom cases and plate lights. They are phenomenal. They look gorgeous. You may have seen them in person at Comic-Con, at TwitchCon. I think we had some at PAX as well. You might have seen them on my IRL streams whenever I was there. So check them out. StarForgeSystems.com. There's also all kinds of builds from all kinds of budgets. We've got more affordable builds. We've got more expensive builds, and of course, there's a big Halloween sale going on right now as well. So if you're
and I'm gonna get a Starforge system soon, man.
PC or not, now might be the time to check out a new PC. StarForgeSystems.com.
It's definitely the time, and it's also time to hop back into Sony versus Zero. Hunter versus Warriors. This is another
Sony
big
boys.
matchup, and we're underway. Starts off with the scatter trap, and
this is who I want to win.
Offhand here to break the CC.
Gonna be rough against the Hunter.
Skull Impending Doom being used from Sony. Looks like a little chicken being used, and the intercept lands. Now, this is big because if Sony advances, he's going to be fighting a Warlock. If Zero advances, he's going to be fighting the Warlock. It's very dependent on the winner here for the next matchup for MAK'GORA. Now, Sony gets CC'd, and he's trinketing out. One of the reoccurring themes we've seen in this tournament is Warriors being so tanky, and Hunter's doing a great job against them, but not being able to finish it and
just
seal the
deal.
That's kind of what Mages have been struggling against Warriors. Hunters have been struggling against Warriors. Warriors just are so tanky. Like, look at this. So Sony's barely touched Zero. Sony is full life. Zero is 50%. This is the situation as a Hunter. It's
like,
okay, my pet's dead.
Dismiss and resummon his pet, man.
Warrior is full life. The resto pot might... Oh, Sony pre-resto potted this. If the trap goes out, it's going to be dispelled. Sony's all over Zero. T's already been used.
Huge kill on his
Sony
pet.
Might be able to get that intercept off to Zero, and if not, Sony's in a great spot anyway. Intercept lands. Sony looking like a professional here today.
Sony is teeing off on Zeroji right now, and Zeroji is no slouch. I mean, this guy has been on fire all tournament. Just like that, Sony pops the hell off on Zeroji, who has been putting on a clinic all tournament long. Wow, unbelievable performance by Sony, unbelievable performance by Zeroji in this tournament so far. This has been absolutely incredible job by Sony in this duel, and wow, that ended quick.
Just for context, Zero, guys, finished very high on the Hunter bracket yesterday. Into today's first matchup was a Warrior. Zero took out the Warrior, no problem. Next, Zero took out Peo as another melee player, no problem. Next, Zero, is going into Sony, and from Zero's perspective, it's like, oh, another Warrior, business as usual. Let me kill another melee player. And Sony has a whole different game plan. Zero just wasn't ready for it. Sony took him out. I mean, it wasn't even close. Next up, we have the Druid Mirror. But in the next round, we're gonna have Sony against MAK'GORA. And once again, if I was MAK'GORA, I'd be like, damn it. I have to fight Sony, man.
That's a tough one, man.
It's a tough one. It's
Sony's
a very,
so
very
good,
tough
dude.
one. In that next matchup, we have the Druid
We're getting
Mirror.
down to the nitty-gritty, boys.
Break as fun.
Yeah,
so I will
right
drop it to you. We'll be right back.
Go right ahead. Yeah, man, to see Sony perform as well as he has, and to see Warriors perform as well as they have all tournament has been absolutely unbelievable. And we've got a Druid Mirror here. Gordon going with what I believe is like a Pharaoh Resto hybrid versus Moonfire Beam's Moonfire Spam build, the Balance hybrid build. So I really wish we had Soda here for this one, because he knows this better than anybody. But we'll be watching this right here. So Gordon is in stealth, waiting for Moonfire Beam to see what they're doing. Moonfire is just sitting in bear form, just chilling. I wonder what the strat is going to be here. Seeing it is a mirror, but it's a mirror with two different builds. Gordon opening up with a pounce, the Fairy Fire into the bear form. Moonfire coming out with a War Stomp into a Hibernate. Gordon shifts out, and whenever he shifts out, he avoids the Hibernate. But of course, he does burn mana. Doing so, he gets slept. Moonfire coming out and hitting a regrowth, trying to heal up, keep his health high, and he has the Bear Off Peasant Caller out, and he's casting a Starfire, trying to kill the pet. It looks like, or no, excuse me, he's engaging on Gordon here. Gordon uses his Tidal Charm, gets back to him, and you are not going to be able to kite. Really, Moonfire's strength here is going to be the ability to kite in most duels. Whereas now, when you're facing another Druid, they're going to be stuck on top of each other constantly. So Moonfire doesn't have the same ability to be able to get at range, get a range advantage against Gordon, and Gordon being a deeper feral hybrid build with Arresto, I think is going to have an advantage here. Moonfire is starting to separate a little bit, but it's not going to be quite enough. Moonfire's mana is looking low. He's under 40% already. It looks like he popped a mana potion and was able to get his mana back up. Gordon's mana we'll see whenever he switches out of form. And Moonfire sitting in bear form. He has the bleeds ticking on him. He has the bleed damage ticking through from cat form, which is going to cut directly through his armor whenever Moonfire goes into bear form, and he is just ticking him away with dots, keeping that fairy fire up for its physical damage. Hit
Dude, Moonfire bears
just constantly
half
ticking
health,
away at
man.
his health. Getting the big bash, getting into the arcane bomb, stunning into the arcane bomb is going to allow him to hit it. It's very hard to hit an arcane bomb on a druid.
Ooh,
and
I think it's
Moonfire
over.
is low. He is currently at 22% with a rocket helm, and Gordon is ready to tee off on him. He's probably going to go for a re-stealth pounce out of form. Let's see what happens here. Is he able to finish?
Yeah.
Boom, there it is.
Man,
Great
GG.
job by Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon.
Great job by
Jesus, Gordon.
Ramsay. Just like we suspected, he was going to have the advantage in that duel against Moonfire's balanced hybrid build, not being able to take advantage of his ability to kite, which he normally can against the other classes. However, not in this case against Gordon Ramsay's feral druid build.
Oh my gosh, it's already over? I was expecting the Druid Mirror to go forever.
Well, I think it would have if they were the same spec.
Okay.
Because
Yeah, that makes
Gordon
sense.
was playing that feral build, so that so he wasn't able to get away. Moonfire wasn't able to get away.
Wow. So Gordon just slayed it. So Gordon's moving on. That's pretty important for the bracket as well. Seeing a Druid up there is great because, with a lot of different warriors and warlocks and stuff. I'm curious how Gordon's going to do against a super great warlock or something like that. But it's good to see his name so high. We have Hydra versus Jay up next. Hydra got that win against Lapon with the unfortunate circumstance, but Hydra gets to kind of prove himself against another warrior here. Jay up in a second, seeing if he can have that same type of strategy with no debuffs or anything like that. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, absolutely. And the winner of this duel will face Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, and that'll be another great matchup. If I'm Gordon, I could either fight a priest or I could fight a warrior. I don't even know. Both of those seem hard from the Druid Pov. But man, warriors have just been doing so well in the tournament. I don't know if I'd want to fight a warrior, especially as feral, going head to head with that warrior as the feral. So maybe I'm actually rooting for Hydra here. Dual flag has been dropped. Competitors 10 yards from the flag, as per the rules. Gonna get it started here shortly. Looks like Jay has 57 rage. Probably wants to start any second, and there he goes. Improved hamstring right away. Arcane Bomb lands. I love the opener. We have the Shadow Reflector pop and the Enrage for the Fear. So the Fear breaks instantly. Hydra just turtling and shielding himself and waiting for the next Fear to give himself a relief from the unrelenting damage of Jay.
Yeah, I think with Jay, a lot of what we see with warriors is similar with warriors to warlocks is a little bit similar to warriors with Shadow Priest. Being able to avoid those fears, that Psychic Scream is going to be a pretty big deal. But these blackout procs are brutal, man. The blackout procs stacking up against Jay, allowing him to get so much, allowing Hydra to get so much distance. Jay closing the gap, getting in there, charging in there, and being able to stick to him as much as possible. Hydra is just spamming dispels, trying to make sure Jay has as few buffs as possible. He gets his Mind Flay pummeled, shadow locked, and he will be able to fear again very, very soon. Very shortly, he will be able to fear again.
I think Jay is playing undead despite looking like a human currently. There's the tuber. The kick looks like it either missed or actually missed. And then Jay's at 15% life already. Wow, Hydra is just mind flaying him down. Is that
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, Hydra came to play. Look at that. He's just killing him in the opener. I was expecting
insane.
A lot different duel than that. Hydra,
Wow.
I mean, I was going to say earn my respect. Hydra, you already had my respect. But now he's the Warrior Slayer, taking them all out. Hydra is going to be making it to the next round. Congratulations. That was a masterclass of a Shadow Priest. That didn't even look close. Hydra was like, you know what? I'll just pretend I'm PvEing here and mind flay the warrior down. They got, the casters say warriors are raid bosses. Well, I'll treat them like a raid boss and min-max my PvE damage. Unbelievable.
Yeah, that was amazing. I mean, the fact that he just stood.
Alrighty, boys. Well,
and just was.
It was a
mind
great
play,
stream.
and he like it was.
I got to be back on here in about 40 minutes to play Tribes of Ascension, I believe is what it's called. Check. Tribes of Midgard, guys. So everybody enjoy the rest of the tournament. Please go watch somebody else that's hanging out and doing the same thing. I will see how many viewers I have real quick, and if I have any, I will send you guys over to another channel that is streaming that stuff. So just one moment and I'll take care of you guys. All right. Yeah, it's not enough to worry about at this moment. So appreciate everybody that stopped by today, and hope you all have a wonderful day. See you next time.